Welcome back, fellow adventurers, to this bonus video, and we're going to be taking one final look at the dig in order to basically address a couple of things that people wanted me to do as kind of extra stuff, and of course to show you the few extra scenes that can make up the alternate ending to this game. So the first request I had was to check out the spider nest, or whatever that big ugly creature was, before it kidnapped Maggie. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. There goes one of them right there.
This place is as creepy as the forest behind my house when I was a kid.
What can we see around here? The ledge is here, and we can't jump over here like Brink did, unfortunately. So, looks like we can only look at this grate here.
It looks like a grate sealing something off.
So that's it for this screen. Let's see if there's anything over here. I have to admit, I myself haven't spent a lot of time looking around here, just because usually when I am here, I'm trying to save Maggie. Of course, this is the fall source that we used. I don't think I had time to look around here much either during the gameplay. But that said, looks like the grate is the only thing here besides the waterfall.
Water is pouring through that hole at a tremendous rate.
You see we can mess with the water back and forth here, unlike when we fight the monster where we actually keep it stuck so that the water just goes through that grate and that's it. And I believe this goes to the beach. Yes. And down here, of course, is where we can find that special machine part, but it doesn't register until, of course, the inventor actually tells you about it. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing here to look at, which, when you're playing for the first time, is a pretty good clue that something is supposed to happen here, because usually people don't design adventure games that have screens with no purpose. Quadrant 4 of the asteroid being an exception, I guess. To be honest, you know, nothing did happen in the beginning of the game in Quadrant 4 of the asteroid. So that's about it for the nest here. Let me check my inventory really quick. Yeah, okay. So another request was, what would happen if we tried to use the life crystals on the bones that we have?
It makes the tusk just slightly warm. The crystal is making the teeth twitch. So
you do get some reaction. You don't just get a I cannot use this item with that item kind of thing. So it does leave you with a little clue, the fact that, you know, the life crystals seem to have some effect on these bones, but of course they're just two bones of a creature, and we see in the game that you need to have pretty much a full skeleton to be able to restore something back to life. But if you're still not quite sure what the crystals are supposed to do, like when you first find them, then you can the effect on the bones may give you some kind of clue. Okay, so that was actually the only two things that I was asked to do in a bonus video. So, the last thing I'm going to do is show you the alternate ending. So to do that, I'm going to cut back to the great machine on the cathedral spire. Okay, so here we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in the life crystals.
The crystals Brink died for.
But I'm not going to put in the machine part yet. Instead, I'm going to quickly go back to the tomb spire. Actually, I think I'll go up through the machine so I can use the light bridges. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reactivate the light crystal machine one more time so that I can get another life crystal. I guess Brink didn't realize that, I guess, if you just put the part back into the machine, it would eventually make more of them. Who knows? So, let's see, light bridge should be here, yes. Alright, tomb spire. And through the cave. And out onto the ledge. Where poor Brink fell. But we know that he got better later. Okay, let's put this back. And we get another pair of light crystals. I wonder why it always made them in pairs. I guess so that you always had a backup if you needed one. Any case. Now what we're going to do is basically attempt to beat the game one more time. But there's going to be one crucial change, and you've probably guessed what it is, based on the conversation that Boston and Maggie had earlier in the game. But just in case you haven't figured it out, I'll just leave it as a surprise.
It's stuck. I'll have to pry it open.
Be careful. Maggie, you liar. You knew this would happen.
The eye.
It worked. The eye is restored.
Worth it then. Go home.
Maggie.
Okay, so here's where we can make the slightly different choice. So in the quote-unquote good ending, we kept our word and did not revive her. But now that we have these extra life crystals that we just made, we actually can revive her. So let's see what happens.
Oh no! Lo! I begged you!
So yeah, when she said she didn't want to be revived by the crystals, she meant it. And so she throws herself off a cliff to her death. Yeah, so not very good way to end that relationship. Now that's not the only difference from the ending. So I'm going to progress more to the final cutscenes of the game, And I will show you what else changes because of that decision.
All I want, now that my friends are dead, is to go back to Earth and tell the story of how they died.
Why not let them tell their own story?
I wish.
You knew the way home, but I know all the other paths through time and space.
Wait, don't go back there.
I have brought you a gift.
Maggie. Frank. You're alive again.
We were lost, but this being found us and led us back.
Maggie. When you died, Man, I'm glad to see you.
I don't know if I'm glad to see you, Boston. You broke your promise to me.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to go on without you.
But you knew that what the crystals bring back isn't life. It wasn't me.
But it's you now.
Yes. Well, yes, it is.
And I'm free of the madness of the crystals, too.
You did it, Lo.
Alright, so those were the alternate scenes if you choose to try to revive Maggie. Pretty much not as good of an ending. In fact, a little awkward as endings go. But, anyway, that's all the differences in the alternate ending. All the rest of the ending is exactly the same as if you do it the way that we did it in the Let's Play. But I thought I'd just show you those couple extra little cutscenes, just for fun. So with that, we can finally close the book on the dig. And I will see you in my next LP series. Until then, fellow adventurers, take care.